So I have talked about how like I make videos on here and then I for a while don't make videos, and part of the reason for that is because, like I've said, talking about illness all the time is kind of exhausting. It's kind of exhausting. It is really exhausting to just hyper focus on feeling like crap or the frustrations of doctor's appointments and like front desk people and how there can be gatekeeping there. But it's like focusing on those things for me, it just makes me feel physically worse. And that's a big reason why I don't always talk about how I'm feeling on here, and I'll like be vague and that kind of stuff because I just don't want to get into like the nitty gritty of it, because sometimes I make those videos and I feel like crap for a bunch of days after. And I understand that there's people that want to know what's going on, and you guys are supportive, which I appreciate. And by the way, thanks for all of like the recent subscribers and stuff. It's really kind of you to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. That you like are here and that you want to like learn about illness stuff, or maybe you have illness yourself. It's hard to be consistent when you consistently feel like shit, if that makes sense. So like I'm trying to be as consistent as I can with this channel, and every now and then I'll do like a batch of videos, whether it's like talking head ones like this or doing like little shorts or whatever, just about like thoughts, stream of consciousness stuff, because basically this channel is stream of consciousness. That's what my vlog style is for this channel. It's very little editing and that kind of stuff, because I find for myself personally, like I've said, going back through and watching me talk about the things that I discuss in the videos and then editing it down, that's just gonna make me hyper focus on how sick I am, and I don't want to do that. So I do spend the majority of my editing on like my art stuff and my gaming content, because I find that those things help to lift me up more. I do want to help to lift other people up by having this channel, definitely, like that is something I want to do with it, but I do also get like really down and depressed talking about stuff all the time, which is kind of why like I've gone through and I've removed some videos. You know, I'm trying to make some more up-to-date ones, because we're kind of still in this like weird limbo stage of having a bunch of symptoms and not really knowing what's going on. Like the night sweats are getting worse, and I woke up last night and it was literally like my neck was sweating, which is completely new. Normally it's like I wake up and the rest of my body is just like drenched in sweat, but it was literally like my neck was the only thing that sweated, and it was soaked and it hurt, and it was just like really weird. But yeah, like the night sweats aren't going away, and they're progressively getting worse, and I at times feel like I'm being dismissed when I talk about the night sweats. You know, is there a possibility of perimenopause? Is there a possibility of cancer recurrence? Like, it's just, I just find it's a really difficult thing, apparently, to pinpoint what's going on here, and thus the frustration, because I feel like you guys want an update, and I get that, but it's also like, I don't really have one for you, because like I'm still trying to sort it out, and I'm trying to be persistent and advocate for myself, but it's exhausting. Like I'm so tired. I'm really tired, and I have put a fair amount of videos out there saying I'm tired. And you know, if you have chronic illness as well, the amount of advocacy that you do for yourself is substantial. And if you have a spouse that's able to help you out with that, that's amazing. And I'm really happy you have that kind of support, and that's definitely a blessing. I currently do not have anything like that. I have to do it all myself, and I have always felt like I had to do it myself. And that's not to say that either thing is here nor there, or one is right or one is wrong, or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, my experience has been I have to take my medical life by the reins and, you know, make that pony go, so to speak, because if I don't, I'm not going to get anywhere. And when I get tired and burnt out and that kind of stuff, I miss on saying things to doctors like, hey, this symptom's still there, or like, I've had this for months or whatever, because when you're in burnout, appointment burnout, you don't want to talk about any of it because it's just going to burn you out more. And that's definitely a challenging thing that I have faced myself, and I know other people have faced that as well. It's just I'm trying to figure out like a happy medium of getting me back to like a place of not being there, so to speak. I'm so itchy all the time anymore, but that's mast cell for ya. Mast cell disease funness. It's not really fun. I jest. But I don't know. I honestly am having a harder time making these videos, probably because of the burnout and not wanting to go into massive amounts of detail about things because I don't want to burn myself out further. I really hope this is making sense. I really do appreciate you guys on this channel. I really appreciate that you guys are like coming back and you're watching my videos and you're interacting with me. And I know it's frustrating being chronically ill because I get frustrated with it all the time myself. But I am trying to do things to keep myself afloat mentally with art. I painted a sewing machine recently. So that was fun. Not like an actual sewing machine. I didn't paint on the sewing machine, but my mom has a what's it called? A singer. They both start with S's. She has a singer, and it's a cast iron one, and I learned to sew on that thing, and I think she learned to sew on it. So it's like a generational thing where we have memories attached to it, where she learned to sew on one and I learned to sew on one. I don't know if that was the exact one she learned to sew on, but it's one of those things that actually got me into art, like sewing and drawing and all that kind of stuff. She had me sewing at a very young age, and it's definitely helped me make a ton of cosplays. And if I've ever gotten stuck on something, she's always like helped me sort it out and that kind of stuff. She generally puts in zippers for me if I can't seem to get them in, because I always do it wrong. Instead of like doing it before you sew it together, like sew the whole piece together, I'd sew the whole piece together and then try to put the zipper in. Yeah, that's not how you do it. But anyways, all of that aside, I have been trying to do artsy stuff, and I am still streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, pretty much on Twitch to try to just do my thing on there. I don't tend to like focus on my illness when I'm streaming. I mostly like play scary games or Fortnite or Overwatch, and we do art. It's kind of like sometimes I'll talk about how things are going, but it's very rare and few and far between, because when I started streaming, it was an escape. It is an escape for me. And so I don't tend to focus in on how I'm feeling unless I'm having a rough day, and then I'll kind of mention it or whatever in passing, but it's not the premise of my streaming or my content on there. So sometimes I have had people ask me stuff about my physical health or my mental health or whatever, and I'll just say, oh, it's like this, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get into it. And if people push the topic, I will continue to say I don't want to talk about it, because it's my channel, it's my mental health, and it's also my physical health, and respecting my boundaries is pertinent to us having a good time on stream, because I would hope that people would respect me the way I would respect them. So there's that. That's my 2 cents about stuff. Anyways, I've kind of just gone all over the place because that's what tends to happen when I make these videos, but I do really appreciate you being here, and thank you to the new subscribers. And if you made it this far, give me a like or whatever if you like. Feel free to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and let me know what you did for yourself today, or that was good, Like, let me know what you did for yourself today that was a good thing. Or comment down below something that made you laugh today. And maybe we can get like a positive laughter thing going down below, which might be kind of fun. Okay.